Hey there, this is Ruby Rocket at Comic-Con 2007. I'm here with David Mack. So, for those who don't know what you do, would you maybe give us a little synopsis?
Yeah, I write and draw Kabuki that comes out through Marvel Comics Icon imprint, and I've also written and drawn a few Daredevil projects. Doing a new Daredevil project now, and my current book that I'm promoting here is a new children's book called The Shy Creatures. It'll officially be in stores in September, but I have advanced copies for the Comic-Con.
So I have to ask you, when you got approached to do Daredevil, what were your thoughts?
Wow, what were my thoughts? I read it as a kid, so I was very interested in it. I wanted to do justice to like what I remember as a kid, and I had never before written a character that I had not created, so it was kind of a different thing for me. Before, when I'm writing all the stuff I've created myself, however you write it is kind of the right way because you created it. But with Daredevil, there was kind of like a twofold challenge that I had, in that you have to be true to the rich history that the character has, and you want to bring, everything you bring to it has to fit in that kind of continuity. But you also want to feel like you also bring something brand new and different to it that only you could bring. Otherwise, like, no point in doing it. So that was kind of an interesting challenge for me. But I was very excited to do it.
And then, you're so young, and you've done so many amazing titles and big name titles. I mean, how did you get into comics?
I started doing it when I was in college. My freshman year of college, I got my first paying gig. I started college when I was 17, and I just I knew going into it I was going to write and draw comics, but I didn't get into a comic book art school or any kind of specialized art school. I just went to a regular university. I just tried to think, like, of all these classes I'm taking, what can I glean from these classes that I could directly apply into my comic book work and sort of enrich my work. So in the process of going to college and trying to learn to do the books that way, and trying to use every class, I tried to use comic book stuff for every class I could. Like the first Kabuki volume I turned in for my senior writing thesis, and I also tried to use it for my graphic design classes and illustration classes and anything else. And in the meantime, I would go to conventions and show my work and just take any job that I was offered. And once those things were printed, I would have copies of them and set up at a table and use them to get more jobs and sell them to people. And in the process of that, I was putting together the Kabuki story, and I would make my own like little mini comics at Kinko's first and sell those, and kind of cultivated a little audience even before it was like officially like in the Diamond catalog. That's how I met Caliber Comics and Brian Bendis, and we started at Caliber doing that.
Oh, that's just amazing. Thank you so much for your time. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Oh yeah, it was a joy. Thank you.
This has been David Mack, and back to you guys.